What's up, guys? All right, injuries for the game. Brendel will be out. Yetur out. Bryce Huff out. Ricky Purcell out. Ben Barch questionable. Burford questionable. Samo questionable. D. Winters questionable. Brock Purdy questionable. Jordan Elliott questionable. Go ahead.
Well, this is the first time that Brock has been questionable here and not out. What does that mean as far as possible availability for Sunday's game?
That means he's got a chance to be available.
Does he have a chance to start?
No, Max going to be starting.
How do you draw you've discussed it's a delicate situation with the toe. You don't want to have it aggravated again. I mean, this obviously he has a chance to play, on Sunday. So how do you, balance that? Like, he could play, and that means he could aggravate it again. I mean, is his toe fully healthy?
What's the question? Is his toe fully healthy?
Well,
No, it's not fully healthy.
It's not fully healthy, so there's a chance, he gets out to play. So there's a risk with it, I guess. Obviously, there's a risk always, but there's a risk that he could aggravate it again.
Yes, I think you just answered your own question. Obviously, there's a risk with everything. But yes. Can you heard it again? Yes.
It's not fully healthy.
Yes. Yeah. No, he didn't get all the starter reps this week. As soon as he had a chance to get through practice and stuff the first time, we let him get all those starter reps, and it was great. And then there was a chance he could re-hurt in the game, and he did, and he's been out for the last month. He's got more reps this week, but we weren't going to commit to all of that like we did last time. So I think it's easing him back more than last time. If that helps answer your question better.
I think so.
All right. You're welcome.
Did he get a lot of starter reps this week?
I want to say a lot.
Kyle, this defense is a little bit of a contradiction. It's an incredibly talented front, but they've got some really ugly numbers against the run. When you watch them on film, what are you seeing? What does it look like to you?
I've seen some games where they've been really tough for us to run, and I've seen some really bad games, especially the one last week, just number-wise. They busted out a bunch of long ones, so got away from them. I don't remember exactly, but I think it was like 250 yards. When you give up 250 yards in a game, that's going to make your stats really bad. 3 weeks before that versus the same team, I think they gave up about 75 yards and really were stout in the run game. So you can't give up the long explosive ones. I mean, the run game's always hit or miss, but when you give something like that, it's going to be a tough day. They also got up in the fourth quarter and were able to stick with the run. So there's always opportunities to run the ball every week, but they do have some real good players. They have a good scheme when they're all playing at the top of their game. I think they're very hard to run the ball against.
Arch and Burford about on the same plane in terms of being ready?
Is he what? Sorry.
Arch and Burford are about the same plane in terms of being ready.
I think Burford's ahead of Barch in that area.
Would you expect Keon White and Farrell to be playing?
Clee we'd have to activate, so we have that decision to tomorrow. But I expect Keon, yes. Chance with Clee.
Is it for Farrell coming in? You've only had him here for a few days. Did you see enough that he could be in the mix for an elevation on Saturday?
Yeah. See, when we're real low in numbers, so everyone has a chance. We have guys that are questionable, guys that have been banged up, but also just separating that. We're real familiar with Clee. He looked really good in all three of these practices. So if it makes sense for our 48, then no doubt about it.
Your observation of Keon this week and just how he's kind of come in and taken up the defense?
I thought he had a good week. He got here right before practice on Wednesday. He was able to clear everything and get going, so he was able to make that practice, which I think was huge. And to get 2 full-speed practices in and the walkthrough today, I think was really good for him and gives him a chance to help us out Sunday.
Kyle, how would you describe Brock's frustration level with this injury? He's obviously wanted to have a big year for you guys, and this thing won't go away. What's he like behind the scenes? Is he despondent? Is he frustrated? How's he handling it?
Brock's a pretty composed guy, so he's not going to get real emotional either way in either situation. He's never going to get too up or too down, but I mean, just speaking for him, I know he's frustrated. Anytime you got stuff that you haven't had before that lingers, I mean, Brock is more frustrated than anyone that he can't be out there. So, he's talked to a lot of people who have this, so I think a lot of people have warned him that this is the case, so he understands it, so it's not just totally shocking him, but I think anytime you have something that doesn't go away, it's frustrating. I remember I'd sprained my ankle my whole life, and I remember I got my first high ankle sprain my 5th year of college, and I thought I would practice the next day because it felt better than the 10 regular ankle sprains I've had in my life, and I kind of walked for like a month and missed a whole month of football, and it's just, you don't really get it. It just lingers and it doesn't go away, and I haven't had a toe injury, so I can't totally relate to it in that way, but people who have it sounds very similar, if not a lot worse, when you're dealing with turf toe compared to something like that. So something he's dealing with, but I know we're getting closer.
There are quite a few interruptions in Watkins' timeline.
And whose?
Number of injuries. Jordan Watkins, his timeline's been just kind of disrupted by injuries. What has the process been getting him back up to speed every time?
I think that's the hardest thing for rookies. I mean, it happened to Mikkel. I'm in training camp. Jordan Watkins, he had a real good OTAs, and he got hurt in that first preseason game, which, I thought Jordan really needed the preseason to fully get ready, and I think he would have been, but he missed all of it from there. Then I think he came back, week 2, can't totally remember. And then it's almost like he's right back to the beginning of training camp. So you hope he can get that in a couple weeks of practice. He started to do it, and then he hurt something in those 2 weeks. I think he pulled something. Then he got another month back, and so now he's getting back into it. But it's tough for these guys. Same thing happened with Ricky. I mean, he missed all of training camp as a rookie, and then right when he came back, he got shot. And then it's a month off, and then he's playing the kind of whole season. Is kind of like a rookie training camp. So it's real tough when those guys miss it. Puts him really behind the 8 ball, but he's had 2 good weeks, and hopefully he can continue to stay healthy. And if he does, he'll get there. All right, guys. Thanks.